Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities is a sweeping historical novel set during the tumultuous period of the French Revolution. The story explores themes of sacrifice, redemption, and the destructive power of vengeance, weaving together the lives of characters in London and Paris. The novel opens with the famous line, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times," capturing the contrasts of the era. Dr. Alexander Manette, a French physician, is released from the Bastille after 18 years of unjust imprisonment. Rescued by his daughter, Lucy Manette, and her loyal guardian, Mr. Jarvis Lorry, Dr. Manette is brought to London, where he begins to recover from his trauma. Lucy's beauty and compassion attract Charles Darnay, a French aristocrat who has renounced his family's oppressive legacy. Unknown to most, Darnay is the nephew of the cruel Marquis Saint-Evremond, whose tyranny contributed to the suffering of the French peasantry. Darnay and Lucy marry, and their lives are intertwined with that of Sydney Carton, a dissolute but brilliant English lawyer who secretly loves Lucy. Carton, despite his outward cynicism, is deeply moved by Lucy's kindness and vows to protect her happiness. Meanwhile, in Paris, the revolution brews as the oppressed masses rise against the aristocracy. The Defarges, owners of a wine shop and leaders of the revolutionary movement, embody the growing fury of the people. Madame Defarge, in particular, is driven by a personal vendetta against the Evremond family, meticulously knitting a registry of those marked for execution. The revolution erupts into violence, culminating in the storming of the Bastille and the Reign of Terror. Darnay, now living in England, receives a plea for help from an old family servant unjustly imprisoned in France. Despite the danger, he travels to Paris, only to be arrested as an enemy of the people due to his aristocratic lineage. Lucy and Dr. Manette follow Darnay to Paris, where Dr. Manette uses his influence as a former prisoner of the Bastille to advocate for his son-in-law's release. Initially successful, Darnay is freed, but he is soon rearrested due to the Defarges' machinations and Madame Defarge's discovery of Dr. Manette's secret past. It is revealed that the Evremond brothers were responsible for the suffering and deaths of Madame Defarge's family, fueling her unrelenting quest for revenge. As Darnay faces execution by guillotine, Sydney Carton devises a daring plan to save him. Carton, who bears a striking resemblance to Darnay, uses his cunning and bravery to switch places with him in prison. Carton sacrifices his life so that Darnay can escape with Lucy and their child. In his final moments, Carton finds peace and redemption, reflecting on the greater good his sacrifice will achieve. The novel ends with Darnay and Lucy safely reunited in England, while the French Revolution continues its course. Carton's noble act is immortalized in the novel's poignant conclusion. "It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known." A Tale of Two Cities is a masterful exploration of love, sacrifice, and the human cost of revolution. Set against the backdrop of the French Revolution, the novel vividly portrays the horrors of social injustice and the extremes of human behavior, from cruelty and vengeance to compassion and heroism. The intertwined fates of its memorable characters, particularly Sydney Carton, whose selfless sacrifice epitomizes redemption, underscore the novel's timeless themes. Dickens' evocative prose and dramatic narrative make A Tale of Two Cities a profound meditation on the complexities of human nature and the enduring power of hope and love amidst chaos.